Friends, let me begin with a simple question. Have you ever noticed that two people can face the same situation in life, but their results are completely different? One person grows stronger, another person becomes bitter. Friends, have you ever wondered why some people live their whole life feeling stuck, while others with the same opportunities rise above challenges and create a meaningful life? The difference is rarely talent, money, or luck. The real difference lies in the way a person looks at life. A person who decides to take responsibility for their life begins to see opportunities where others see obstacles. Many of us are waiting for the perfect time to begin living our best life. We say, once I have more money, I will focus on my dreams. Or we say, once people support me, I will do something big. But life quietly keeps moving while we keep waiting. The truth is, there is no perfect time. The best moment to start improving your life is always today. Imagine a farmer who has a bag full of seeds but refuses to plant them because he is waiting for the perfect weather. Days pass, weeks pass, and the seasons change. The farmer keeps waiting, and eventually he realizes he has missed the entire season. Life works in the same way. Opportunities come disguised as small daily actions. The question is not whether life gives us seeds. The question is whether we are willing to plant them. Winning in life does not mean you will never face difficulties. Every person who has achieved something meaningful has walked through struggles, failures, and doubts. The difference is that they did not allow those moments to define them. They learned from them. When life pushes you down, it is not asking you to stay there. It is inviting you to grow stronger. Sometimes we compare our journey with others and feel discouraged. Someone else seems more successful, more talented, more appreciated. But life is not a race with other people. Life is a journey of becoming a better version of yourself. When you focus too much on what others are doing, you forget to improve what you can control. Think about a person climbing a mountain. If he keeps looking at other climbers, he might lose balance and fall. But if he focuses on his own steps, one step at a time, he will eventually reach the top. Success is not achieved in giant leaps. It is achieved through small, consistent steps taken every day. Another powerful truth about life is that our attitude shapes our experience. Two people can face the same challenge. One sees it as a burden, while the other sees it as a lesson. The challenge is the same, but the mindset creates a completely different outcome. When your mind becomes stronger, the problems that once looked huge start appearing much smaller. Life rewards those who stay patient and persistent. Not every effort gives immediate results. Sometimes you work hard and see nothing change for a while. That does not mean your efforts are wasted. Growth often happens quietly beneath the surface, just like a seed growing under the soil before it becomes a plant. So if you truly want to win your life, begin with small commitments. Improve your discipline, your thinking, and your attitude. Treat people with kindness, work with sincerity, and keep learning from every experience. You may not see dramatic changes overnight, but with time you will notice something beautiful happening. The person you are becoming will be stronger, wiser, and more peaceful than the person you were yesterday. And that quiet transformation is the real victory in life. Friends, let me ask you something very simple. Have you ever noticed how easily we complain about life? If the weather is too hot, we complain. If it rains too much, we complain. If people appreciate us less, we complain. If someone else succeeds faster than us, we complain even more. Slowly, without realizing it, complaining becomes a habit. And when complaining becomes a habit, happiness quietly leaves our life. The interesting thing about life is that it rarely changes according to our wishes. Situations will not always be perfect. People will not always behave the way we expect. Plans will not always go the way we imagined. But the real question is not what happens to us. The real question is how we respond to what happens. There is a small story about two travelers walking on the same road during a hot afternoon. Both were tired, both were thirsty, and both had walked the same distance. One traveler kept saying, "This journey is terrible. The sun is too strong, the road is too long, and nothing is going right." The other traveler looked around and said, "Yes, the journey is long, but look at the beautiful mountains around us and the fresh air we are breathing." They were on the same road, yet their experience was completely different. Life often works in the same way. Two people can live in the same environment but experience life very differently. One person focuses on what is missing, while the other focuses on what is present. One lives with frustration, while the other lives with gratitude. Gratitude is one of the most powerful qualities a person can develop. When you start appreciating the small blessings in your life, your perspective begins to change. You realize that even on difficult days, there are things to be thankful for. The air you breathe, the people who care about you, the opportunity to learn and grow. These are gifts we often ignore because we are too busy chasing what we don't have. Another important truth is that life becomes meaningful when we stop thinking only about ourselves. When our entire focus is, "What can I get?" we often feel empty. But when the question changes to "What can I give?" something beautiful happens inside us. Helping someone, encouraging someone, or simply listening to someone who needs support can create a deep sense of fulfillment. Success in life is not measured only by achievements or recognition. Many people reach the top of their careers but still feel restless inside. Real success is when your actions bring value not only to your own life, but also to the lives of others. A kind word, a helping hand, or a moment of patience can leave a lasting impact on someone's heart. Sometimes people say, "Life is unfair to me." And yes, life can be unfair at times. But fairness is not always the deciding factor of our future. What truly matters is our resilience. The ability to stand up again after falling, the courage to continue when things are difficult, and the wisdom to learn from every experience. Think about a tree during a storm. The storm may shake its branches and bend its trunk, but the tree survives because its roots are strong. In the same way, when your values and mindset are strong, even the storms of life cannot break you. So as you move forward in your journey, remember that the real victory in life is not about avoiding difficulties. It is about developing the strength to grow through them. When you choose gratitude over complaints, kindness over anger, and persistence over excuses, you begin to shape a life that is not only successful but also deeply meaningful. And that is when life truly starts to feel like a beautiful journey rather than a heavy burden.